because of President Biden's senseless border policies. Just think about Laken Riley. In my neighboring state of Georgia, this beautiful 22-year-old nursing student went out on a jog one morning, but she never got the opportunity to return home. She was brutally murdered by one of the millions of illegal border crossers President Biden chose to release into our homeland. Y'all, as a mom, I can't quit thinking about this. I mean, this could have been my daughter. This could have been yours. And tonight, President Biden finally said her name. But he refused to take responsibility for his own actions. Mr. President, enough is enough. Innocent Americans are dying, and you only have yourself to blame. Fulfill your oath of office. Reverse your policies, end this crisis, and stop the suffering. Sadly, we know that President Biden's failures don't stop there. His reckless spending dug our economy into a hole and sent the cost of living through the roof. We have the worst inflation in 40 years and the highest credit card debt in our nation's history. Let that sink in. Hardworking families are struggling to make ends meet today, and with soaring mortgage rates and sky-high childcare costs, they're also struggling to how to plan for tomorrow. The American people are scraping by, while President Biden proudly proclaims that Bidenomics is working. Goodness, y'all, bless his heart, we know better. I'll never forget stopping at a gas station in Chilton County one evening. The gentleman working the counter told me that after retiring, he had to pick up a job in his 70s so that he didn't have to choose between going hungry or going without his medication. He said, I did everything right. I did everything I was told to do. I worked hard, I saved, I was responsible. He's not alone. I hear similar concerns from fellow parents, whether I am walking with my friends or whether I'm at my kids' games. But let's be honest, it's been a minute since Joe Biden pumped gas, ran a carpool, or even pushed a grocery cart. Meanwhile, the rest of us see our dollar and we know it doesn't go as far. We see it every day. And despite what he tells you, our communities are not safer. For years, the left has coddled criminals and defunded the police, all while letting repeat offenders walk free. The result is tragic, but foreseeable. From our small towns to America's most iconic city streets, life is getting more and more dangerous. And unfortunately, President Biden's weakness isn't just hurting families here at home. He is making us a punchline on the world stage. Look, where I'm from, your word is your bond. But for 3 years, the president has demonstrated that America's word doesn't mean what it used to. From abandoning our allies in his disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan to desperately pushing another dangerous deal with Iran, President Biden has failed. We've become a nation in retreat, and the enemies of freedom, they see an opportunity. Putin's brutal aggression in Europe has put our allies on the brink. Iran's terrorist proxies have slaughtered Israeli, Jews, and American citizens. They've targeted commercial shipping, and they've attacked our troops nearly 200 times since October, killing 3 US soldiers and 2 Navy SEALs. Meanwhile, the Chinese Communist Party is undercutting America's workers. China is buying up our farmland, spying on our military installations, and spreading propaganda through the likes of TikTok. You see, the CCP knows that if it conquers the minds of our next generation, it conquers America. And what does President Biden do? Well, he bans TikTok for government employees, but creates an account for his own campaign. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Look, we all recall when presidents faced national security threats with strength and resolve. That seems like ancient history. Right now, our commander-in-chief is not in command. The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader. America deserves leaders who recognize that secure borders, stable prices, safe streets, and a strong defense are actually the cornerstones of a great nation. Just ask yourself, are you better off now than you were 3 years ago? There's no doubt we're at a crossroads, and it doesn't have to be this way. We all feel it. But here's the good news. We, the people, are still in the driver's seat. We get to decide whether our future will grow brighter or whether we'll settle for an America in decline. Well, I know which choice our children deserve, and I know the choice the Republican Party is fighting for. We are the party of hard-working parents and families, and we want to give you and your children the opportunities to thrive. And we want families to grow. It's why we strongly support continued nationwide access to in vitro fertilization. We want to help loving moms and dads bring precious life into this world. Wesley and I believe there is no greater blessing in life than our children. And that's why tonight, I want to make a direct appeal to the parents out there, and in particular to my fellow moms, many of whom I know will be up tossing and turning at 2 a.m., wondering how you're going to be in 3 places at once and then somehow still get dinner on the table. First of all, we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. I know you're frustrated. I know you're probably disgusted by most of what you see going on in Washington, and I'll be really honest with you, you're not wrong for feeling that way. Look, I get it. The task in front of us isn't an easy one, but I can promise you one thing. It is worth it. So I am asking you, for the sake of your kids and your grandkids, get into the arena. Every generation has been called to do hard things. American greatness rests in the fact that we always answer that call. It's who we are. Never forget, we are steeped in the blood of patriots who overthrew the most powerful empire in the world. We walk in the footsteps of pioneers who tamed the wild. we now carry forward the same flame of freedom as the liberators of an oppressed Europe. We continue to draw courage from those who bent the moral arc of the universe. And when we gaze upon the heavens, never forget that our DNA contains the same ingenuity that put man on the moon. America has been tested before, and every single time we've emerged unbowed and unbroken. Our history has been written with the grit of men and women who got knocked down. But we know their stories because they did not stay down. We are here because they stood back up. So now it's our turn, our moment to stand up and prove ourselves worthy of protecting the American dream. Together, we can reawaken the heroic spirit of a great nation. Because America, we don't just have a rendezvous with destiny. We take destiny's hand and we lead it. Our future starts around kitchen tables just like this, with moms and dads just like you. And you are why I believe with every fiber of my being that despite the current state of our union, our best days are still ahead. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless these United States of America.
And that was Republican Senator Katie Britt of Alabama at home there in her kitchen, really delivering a message of fear and concern out there that she says voters have. At the end, though, trying to end on a hopeful note. Jolene Kent.
You know, she was tapping directly into the anxieties people feel about crime and safety, the economy, the border. She really didn't hold back. But what was interesting is she ended on this note: never forget, we're steeped in the blood of the patriots who overthrew the most powerful empire in the world. And then right after that, she pivoted and said, best days are still ahead. It was an interesting contrast. She drew that repeatedly through the speech.
She did not mention Donald Trump at all.
She never mentioned the leader of her party. She had a lot to say about Joe Biden, really nothing to say about Donald Trump, the man who is running to beat Joe Biden in November. What she really represents for the Republican Party is the women, the younger voters, perhaps more moderate wing of the party that they need to bring back into the fold if Donald Trump is going to have any chance of being victorious in November.
And from the state of Alabama, she specifically referenced that decision to codify protections for IVF, which 2 weeks ago were just shut down by the courts there. I mean, she was chosen and made that very clear. She, as I understand it, actually helped to explain IVF to some of her fellow Republican senators in private meetings in the wake of that court decision. She's known for being a substantive person on the issues.
Which is needed because I understand and House Speaker Mike Johnson today called IVF a new technology, even though that it has been around for decades. So having her perspective certainly helps the Republican Party. She is also the third woman who has been chosen in a row to respond to the president of the United States, the Republican Party choosing women to respond to the president. Women are the majority of voters in America, and there is still a gender gap.
There is a gender gap, and when I talk to Senate Republicans, many of them say privately they would love for Senator Katie Britt to be the face of the party. But privately and publicly, Republicans acknowledge the face of the party is former President Donald Trump, someone who was on his social media account tonight defending his conduct on January 6th, and in just a few weeks is going to be sitting in a courtroom in New York about in a criminal trial about hush money payments to a porn star. That is the likely Republican nominee. Katie Britt is someone they are elevating tonight, but they are behind Trump wholesale in the GOP.
It was a State of the Union address and a response, but also tonight, clearly, the kickoff of the 2024 presidential campaign. We'll be right back.
Take advantage of everything AARP has to offer right now. Join AARP for $9 per year with a 5-year term, and your second membership is free. Get access to discounts on everyday purchases, eye care and prescriptions, and tools and tips to help manage your money and maximize your health. Plus, AARP fights to protect your Social Security, Medicare, and more. Join and get an insulated trunk organizer free, plus AARP the magazine. Call or go to yesaarp.org now.
Oh! Refill? Help yourself, man. Dude, dog food in the fridge? It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies. Real weird. He was bad luck anyway.
Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food.
CBS News. Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan, Sunday on CBS.
Coming up tonight, we met with the Superior Watershed Partnership after its recent purchase of over 200 acres in the Keweenaw. More details on the SWP's mission of conservation of UP land.
Whew, colder temps and a wintry mix start Friday. I'll show you when and which direction it's coming from, plus our possible snowfall totals.
And a new business is opening its doors in Escanaba. We'll show you what's for sale at the Bin store at 11.
It is Sketch Against Time.
Hangman, and Handyman.
Handyman, correct! Stick figures.
This is a judgment-free zone, but this is a terrible hand. And this is just a stick figure, but it doesn't matter. It got the job done.
Will do just fine.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Hear from the new executive director of Partridge Creek Farms tonight at 11.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12?
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12, roger.
That's right. There's only 1 Adam 12.
I'll remember that.
5 days a week.
Adam 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1.
New executive director that just joined the team. WZMQ reporter Samuel McKnight has more.
Partridge Creek Farms' previous director, May Supros, recently moved to a leadership role at MSU's Farm to Institution programs. So, Partridge Creek Farm is bringing in former Marquette Farmers Market manager Sarah Johnson just in time for the spring season.
I'm very passionate about food, specifically food access, and I've been working on that since I moved to the UP 6 years ago. So having an opportunity to really focus those efforts in my own neighborhood where I live, where I'm surrounded by this, and I feel like I can contribute to the mission of Partridge Creek Farm was something I was about.
Johnson says her main focus for now is getting organized so Partridge Creek Farm can continue growing.
The organization has been growing fast and furiously, and now we kind of have to make sure that we can catch our breath, have everything kind of catch up so we can continue doing this work, get ourselves in a great stable place, and continue with growth.
Partridge Creek provides fruits and vegetables, community garden space, and its intergenerational farm to the people of Marquette County. And this year, we'll also be making a return to the downtown Marquette Farmers Market to bring fresh foods and fun activities to the youth.
It's an opportunity to meet kids at the market, and each week we have a different activity, usually around healthy eating or introducing them to a new vegetable.
Johnson says Partridge Creek plans to start planting at its intergenerational farm in Ishpeming this summer and keep expanding its farm-to-school programs in future years. Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News, Ishpeming.
Coming up. For more information about available garden space that's going to be at Partridge Creek's food programs, just visit our website, WZMQ19. And then Escanaba, a new business is preparing to open on Ludington Street. The Bin store has a wide selection of products including toys, games, makeup, kitchenware, and even home decor. While all items are available for the same price, the price varies from day to day, with $10 Friday and Saturdays, $8 Sundays, $5 Mondays, $3 Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, all items drop to $1 before restocking on Thursday, and the owner says he wants to provide high-quality products at more affordable prices than shoppers will find at most retailers.
I'm going around to bin stores, and you get pretty good deals at bin stores. And so I decided to open up one here because the prices of everything are going up everywhere and give people a deal.
The bin store will host a grand opening tomorrow, and the doors will open at 9 a.m. A charity hockey game in Iron Mountain this Saturday will be the first time the city's fire and police squads face off on the ice. It's the second annual Guns and Hoses hockey game at Mountain View Ice Arena. Last year, the departments teamed up together against the local team. The family friends and the family event is free to attend. Money from the 50-50 raffle and donations will be split between the Cancer Closet, the arena, and the Dickinson Amateur Hockey Association.
To kick up a little more rivalry for the police and fire, and hopefully everybody benefits, and the Cancer Closet benefits, and the hockey rink benefits. We're having figure skaters at the halftime. We're going to have anywhere from 4 years old to I think 16.
Organizers are still looking for a couple of volunteers to help run concessions. We'll have more details on our website. Just head to WZMQ19.com. Your 19 News Sports are on the way next, as tonight was the regional finals for boys basketball. Mike has the scoreboard right after the break.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
What do you say we get on out of here? I don't care where we go, if it's as far as we can get.
Wagon Train, weekdays at 4 on MeTV 19.1.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Now at Menards. Renovate your space with Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. They're durable, waterproof, and easy to install, featuring an attached pad for added comfort and noise reduction. Floating luxury vinyl plank is $279 per square foot after rebate. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. All in-stock vanity lights are on sale. This 3-light Stewart vanity light is available in 2 different finishes. Now $27.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Pictionary. Play along from home.
Easter Bunny! Easter Bunny is correct!
With a chance to win every weekday.
Weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
Who will be there when the final whistle blows or the final votes have been cast? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Good evening, everyone. Lakeland and Hubble defeated Forest Park 65-54 about 3 weeks ago in a boys basketball game at Michigan Tech. The Lakes and Trojans collide again tonight with a Division IV regional title on the line at Negaunee Lakeview Memorial Gym. Let us go a few miles down the road to the west and see how things turned out in this one. The Lakes were hoping for a quick start like they had in that previous game. Perimeter passing leads to Matthew Jokala finding Danny Marcotte for a baseline jumper, tied at 2. Forest Park succeeded with inside play. Gavin Rentala to Kevin Giuliani, up good, and the foul. Trojans up 7-4. A short time later, Grayson Sundell will have the ball, and he blazes a trail to the hoop. Flips that one up and in. It's now 9-4 Trojans. Forest Park only has a 10-man roster. 3 are freshmen. Here's Dax Hookey for 3. It was 37-22 Forest Park at the half. To the third quarter, Lakes on a run. Danny Marcotte for three. He topped all scores with 27. Lakes down 39-32. Then Lakeland and Hubble gets a steal and layup from freshman Josh Davatilla. Lakes are down 5 at 39-34. Their fans are pumped. Felix Quevedo locates Gavin Rentala for an open three, and he would knock down another triple. That would put the Trojans in front by 9. Off the miss, freshman Vic Giuliani with the rebound, putback, and foul. Trojans regained a 15-point lead, 53-38 after 3. Gabe Popko had 14 points in this one, but it belongs to Forest Park, regional champion, 66-52. Giuliani brothers combined for 43 points, so Forest Park advances to a quarterfinal Tuesday at Gladstone. But is it against defending state champion Munising or St. Ignace? Well, there's one way to find out. Let's go to Sault Ste. Marie for this regional final if we can. Mustangs off the opening tip. That's Jack Dussault into the lane and drops that one in. Orange and black on the board first. Then Johnny Ingles, just being Johnny Ingles, hits the shot on the baseline to tie it up. Under a minute to go in the first. That's Cordell Kilscrow behind the arc and drills it. Only 9-4 after one. Offenses did open up after that. Trevor Nolan gets that one to go in from three-point land. Moments later, Neil Connaughton will get the hoop. Mustangs down 2. Seconds left in the half. Ingles strong to the paint. Lasers that one home. Up 6 at the half was St. Ignace. Ingles had 33, and they will continue. St. Ignace wins this one 58-42. St. Ignace, Forest Park, D4 quarterfinal Tuesday at Gladstone High School. Let us go to Division 3. Elk Rapids started the season at 4-7, but has won 15 straight. They're taking on Menominee in Manistee. Second quarter, an 8-point lead for the Maroons, and that's Trevor Terkoff with the layup after the Landon Bardowski pass. For the Elks, Owen Spencer will put in that one after some nice passing. Elks still down by 7. Trevor Terkoff on the alley-oop for 2 more, and the Maroons are back up by 9. Elk Rapids will break the press, and it ends up with Zeke Boldy with the basket, and Elk Rapids is down 25-17. Boldy will get another hoop to cut the deficit to 6, but at the end of the half, oh, you just love to see these, Trevor Terkoff from just beyond the midcourt line. Why am I saying it like that? Of course it went in. What do you think? 35-21 Maroons at the break. And Menominee goes on to win the regional title 58-37. The Maroons will take on McBain in a Division III quarterfinal Tuesday night at Lake City High School. How about we go to Division II? Ludington and Kingsford in Gaylord. On the first possession, Ludington's David Schillinger with the steal. He will cruise in for the hoop. And that started a 7-0 run for Ludington. But Kingsford said, we had that problem a couple nights ago, no big deal. Gavin Grondin, a 3. Flivers up 1 after 1. To the second, Taj Williams banks in the mid-range jumper. And the O's are up by 1. Guess who responds for Kingsford? How about Gavin Grondin? Oh, good answer. Baseline puts that one up and in. Moments later, Williams again for Ludington. Very nicely done. But Grondin was just making threes like they're going out of business. Kingsford wins the regional 37-34. Flivers get Flint Powers Catholic Tuesday in the quarterfinal, which I'm now being told is at Gaylord. Other scores in the Horizon League tournament. Green Bay unfortunately falls to Wisconsin-Milwaukee 95-84. On the women's side, a big victory for the Phoenix 94-57. And the GLIAC hoop updates for this weekend. Saturday at NMU, the men's tournament, Grand Valley State Northern at 1, Wayne State Ferris at 3:30. On the women's side, that's in Allendale. It is Wisconsin Parkside and Grand Valley at 2, Northern and Ferris at 4:30, and we will be right back.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order with 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Tonight, The Late Show is live after the State of the Union address. I wonder how many times they'll cut away to Taylor Swift.
Colbert Goes Live tonight on CBS.
This is home, it's where we get along. This is home, and together we're strong. Whoa, this is home. This is home, it's our town, it's our song.
Those clouds starting to increase this evening. We'll expect them on our Friday for the majority of us, and those temperatures around 30 to start the day, so a little bit cool. We're not warming up that much further, an average of about 36 degrees. But you know what? If you're down in Escanaba, hey, it is the end of restaurant week there. Get out to lunch and or dinner. We do have some chances of rain and snow moving in the afternoon and evening. And then looking ahead to Sunday, which is also Spring Forward Day and Happy Mario Day. The MAR, March, the IO looks like a number 10. I don't make these rules, I'm just relaying the information, but it looks like we'll have partly to mostly sunny skies on that Sunday. We could have some flurries here in Marquette, possibly windy conditions, but let's back up to our Saturday. We could see 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground, covering up that green grass that's out there at the moment.
Lastly tonight, a Marquette nonprofit is holding a sale next week to support the Peter White Public Library. This is next Thursday. The Friends of the Peter White Public Library will be having its semi-annual used book sale. The sale includes thousands of books, movies, CDs, and even some artwork. And all the proceeds will go towards supporting the library. The library's development director says the book sale has a big impact on the library's budget. And the sale begins on Thursday evening at 5, with the sales during regular hours on Fridays and a bake sale Saturday to wrap things up.
Not provide the number of programs that we have, the quality of programs that we have. Our collections would not be as extensive as they are without Friends support. Last year, the Friends raised over $50,000 from their used book sales in the store.
That book sale happens next Thursday at 5, and will come back to us on camera here. That's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see you right back.
I had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hired many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just